What is up, guys? We're back to channel 4! Another reaction. I believe we're taking a look at it first for the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking a look at Evanescence. I know we've reacted to them before. But it's mainly Amy Lee doing this amazing collab with Poppy as well as Courtney from Spirit Box, which is an amazing collab in itself. Probably the 3 best female metal vocalists when it comes to this sort of, metal music, this sort of hardcore kind of music. Because if you guys haven't heard that or seen that yet, be sure to go over there, check it out on my channel as well, because I did do a reaction to that video when that dropped. Definitely insane. But I don't think we've reacted to Evanescence, themselves as a band, them coming out with some new stuff. So I don't know, I'm going to check on that. Maybe we have really in the past. I don't know, it's been a lot of bands we've covered already on this channel, but I don't think we've dove into them yet. But this is a newly released track they've just released. Now, I wasn't too big on these guys, I would categorize them more as like a hard rocky sort of, feel, sort of, genre. I would say they're not really metal in my opinion, but at the time I wasn't really into female metal vocalists per se, so I never really dove into these guys. I never really checked them out, but we all know that #1 single. If you guys haven't heard this band, you definitely know that one single from them. Even if you don't really listen to metal music, you probably have heard, Bring Me to Life. They're probably all-time Hall of Famer song. That's probably one of the most infamous singles at this point, but it's been memed, it's been around pop culture, countless times. So if you guys haven't heard that single, because if you guys haven't heard that single by now, I don't know where you guys been living. You've got to be, been off the grid. You've been probably living under a rock your entire life. Definitely one of their most popular songs, and probably gonna be, one of those songs that would live on in infamy at this point. But it's been a long time since that release, and I never really went out of my way to check these guys out or listen to other songs from them, because like I said, I wasn't really into female singers at the time. But now after growing over, multiple bands, checking all these new bands, I was like, maybe it's about time I, check out these guys. I know they've been around for years, they've been around for decades. So, Amy Lee does have an amazing voice to her, man. Her voice is so clear, it's so clean. She has that, iconic clarity to her voice when she does do like some of those high clean notes. So she definitely is a talented singer, don't get me wrong, but I never really, they never really intrigued me enough to check them out. So, but today that time has changed, so we're definitely going to check these guys out for you guys. But before you start, be sure to really appreciate it. It's really helped me out. And if you like Evanescence as well, be sure to like on this video as well. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Check it out tomorrow. So we'll just get started on these heavy bangers, ladies and gentlemen. Also, very quickly, I want to make a very quick announcement. Recently, over on my channel, I just dropped my very first original song. It has been a long time coming for me to put this together for you guys, especially on the video side of things. So if you're a fan of that hardcore metalcore playing style with those hard-hitting, deep sounding breakdowns, you'll definitely be a fan of this one, let me just say. And if you're a fan of that one, there's gonna be plenty more singles coming your way in the near future, so be sure to stay tuned for that as well. But let's get right into it. This is Evanescence's newest release track titled Who Will You Follow?
What have you done to me? You trained the life out of me till I don't know myself. When all your faith in reality fades
Already with those cleans, man. So iconic.
Who will you follow?
Ooh! Ooh, rip it up!
Are we alone now?
Oh, let's get it.
Find the way out. Keep waking in the same fever dream.
Let's go, Amy, speak to me. Show me what I've been missing. Little synth action. Love that bass tone.
I gave you everything you'll ever be.
Has like a little dark twist to it. Oh, I love that riff though. Check it up. Okay, it's pretty good. You can get behind some of this. That's kind of like that, you know, electronic undertone to it. Ooh. Like those riffs though. Simple rhythm. Woo. Like I said, it has that like classic hard rock kind of tone to it. Ooh. Little whip down back shit. Move it up. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. See, I like that kind of mix between hard rocky and mixed with a little bit of electronic to it. Get behind it. Woo. Oh, back in. Ooh, little drop out two-steppy beats at the end there. Okay, I can get behind that. I like that, man. Not really as heavy as intense as what I'm normally used to, but still hits hard though. Still has that heavy hit hard rock backbone. Like I said, mixed with like a little bit like a post-hardcore vibe, but the electronic beats and synthwave action in there. I like that. I can get behind that. It definitely reminds me of like early, you know, Linkin Park-esque sort of thing. I know that was around the same time frame that, you know, this sort of music was popular. This like grungy-esque sort of tone meets like hard rocky, you know, guitar play style sort of thing. So I could definitely see that with a lot of old school fans being like reminiscent of like that sort of style. But very, you know, Breaking Benjamin-esque as well with their sort of tones, their sort of guitar play style, especially those like choppy, you know, rhythmic bits in there. I like that sort of thing, you know, just very classic, subtle rhythm chords, very easy to play along, very easy to catch on to, very simple, but hits hard. I like that. But on the singing sort of things, you know, Amy just always doing what she does best, man. Has that clean vocals to her. Definitely has that iconic voice and that iconic tone to her as well. You know, you definitely know it's an Evanescence song when you definitely hear her voice. But you definitely get on those highs, though. You definitely get on those high tones or those high notes, man. She doesn't really do, you know, very on the lower side of things. You know, her voice is pretty deep. But, you know, it's more on the higher register. She kind of has, like, a deep, you know, undertone to her, like, her lower vocals, but it's mostly on the high end, I feel like. Especially, you know, at least from what I've seen from, like, her songs. I know they're not really known to have, like, dirty or, you know, growly sort of vocals, so it's mainly just her doing all the vocals and stuff like that. You know, I don't know if back in the day, if they did kind of mix and match, you know, screams with, you know, the cleans. You know, they've been, you know, popular for years. They have a dedicated fan base after all this time and after all these years, man. They're still doing it. They're still alive. They're still kicking. And Amy still got it. She definitely still has it, man. But, you know, I'm gonna have to check out some of their older stuff. Because if there's, like, more harder, more grittier kind of, you know, guitar sounding tones, or maybe, like heavier tracks, maybe that these guys do, maybe you should let me know. I'm gonna have to check those ones out as well. But, yeah, man, either way, it's not really my style, not really my tone of, you know, music, but I can appreciate it. Like I said, I do like the deeper undertones. I do like the sort of, you know, heavier guitars that I noticed in this one as well. Definitely has the modern tones with it, but I do like that, you know, electronic vibe in there. I like those, like, synth beats in there I noticed in the background, adding sort of like the electronic, you know, drum beats as well. Stuff when the pre-breakdown was hit, kind of like a bit of a little lockdown action. I like that. I don't know if that's what they're normally used for. I don't know if they normally do like sort of like a breakdown sort of thing, but it was nice to hear that. I wasn't really expecting a sort of like breakdown-esque sort of vibe to them. Maybe that's what they do, but I like that though. There's certain elements I do like, but we're just gonna have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. So if there's any more heavier stuff that they're coming out with, or if they're coming out with any more newer, singles, or they're gearing up for some newer stuff or an album perhaps, I'll have to check that one out for you guys as well. But yeah, let me know let me know if there's any other ones you want me to check out from Evanescence, and I'll be sure to check those ones for you guys as well. But yeah, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, especially new here. Who's going through every single banger challenge. You don't want to miss out on a single one. Guarantee that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.